Amazon founder Jeff Bezos has announced he's heading to space with his brother next month on the first manned flight launched by his rocket firm, Blue Origin. They'll join whoever wins the auction for a seat on the New Shepard spacecraft on July 20th. The world's richest man says he's dreamed of going to space since he was 5. Blue Origin is facing stiff competition from Elon Musk's SpaceX. Richard Wirz is a professor of aerospace engineering at the University of California at Los Angeles and directs its Plasma and Space Propulsion Lab. He's joining us from Los Angeles. Thanks for your time with us. How big a deal is this?
It's not really a big deal from the sense of aerospace technologies or launch vehicles. This is really about just commercial space, space flight for wealthy people that would like to launch into, say, it's really a high altitude. You're not launching into orbit. So it's not really a big deal because you're really just launching to a high altitude and then coming back to Earth.
Right, and we understand that Bezos won't be in space for that long, just about 11 minutes. So is that what you're referring to?
Yeah. So he'll be just in space for 11 minutes. Basically, he's going to up to about 100 kilometers. And then he'll just come back down, right? Gravity will pull. Instead of it to go to orbit takes about 10 times the rocket. So to go into orbit, you would need to go something like 27,000 kilometers per hour in the direction perpendicular to vertical, right, to the side, and then you go into orbit around the Earth. So it's good for people who want to say they've been to space, but this is not going to orbit.
Got it. So tell us about the rocket, the New Shepard. I understand that this particular rocket is reusable. What does that exactly mean?
Yep. What we're doing these days with launch vehicles, which we haven't done too much of, the Space Shuttle was the first rocket to really demonstrate a high level of reusability, meaning the rocket that you go up on can come back down, be refurbished, and then relaunched. And so that it is very important. It's an important idea. However, it's been demonstrated before quite successfully by SpaceX. So there's not really a significant technological advancement here.
Do you foresee any challenges with this trip?
I do. I would say that it is interesting that I think there's a little bit of a publicity stunt here, or maybe a lot of a publicity stunt, trying to show a level of confidence with his own technology, which others may perceive as a good idea. But the way it usually works with launch vehicles, and especially when we're launching humans, is it's not about the expense of the last person to go on or the value of that person. It's more about how many times has that rocket been launched before successfully without a failure, and most importantly, without a loss of life.
Got it. And what do you think the message is behind all of this? And of course, we have to mention that there's Elon Musk's SpaceX. There's also Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic as well. Do you think that they might do the same thing?
They could. I think it's a something that Jeff Bezos wants to put his company on the map and say, we're here and we're ready to launch people into space. And he's confident enough to put himself on top of the rocket and do this. And there definitely are always challenges. This is a dangerous industry. And I would be concerned, honestly. I don't think it's important that the CEO goes up on a rocket before other people go up. I think it's much more important that we do a lot of safe launches before that with or without humans on that rocket, because there's so many things that can go wrong with the rocket, because a rocket is essentially a controlled explosion. And so it's more important that we do many launches, many safe launches, than it is that we do a launch with a particularly confident individual.
Okay, thank you so much. Very interesting to speak to you, Richard Wirz, joining us from Los Angeles.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.